Hello, friends. Are you ready to hear a story that could change the way you think about your dreams? Let's dive in. Have you ever felt like you are giving your all, yet life just doesn't seem to move forward? You watch countless motivational videos, set new goals, and make plans, but somehow everything ends up right back where it started. It's not because you are lazy or not talented. The truth is, there is a silent force quietly eroding your confidence every single day, a force that destroys dreams even more than failure ever could. Welcome to English Stories for Listening, a place where you not only improve your English listening skills, but also dive into stories that make you pause, reflect, and think deeper. In this video, we will explore this often misunderstood power and why, if you learn to master it, your life could start to shift in ways you never imagined. Part 1. The real problem isn't that you lack effort. Most people believe that the reason they don't achieve what they want is simply because they aren't working hard enough. They think if they just try a little harder, put in a few extra hours, or learn one more skill, everything will change. But the reality is that countless people are working hard every single day, sometimes extremely seriously, yet their lives don't move forward. It's not because they aren't doing enough, it's because they have been going about it the wrong way for far too long. We live in a world obsessed with speed. Everything promises instant results, instant success, instant improvement, instant change. And when that doesn't happen, we begin to doubt ourselves. We start thinking maybe we aren't talented enough, smart enough, or lucky enough. Rarely does anyone tell you that the problem isn't your ability, but rather your expectation of results too early. Some things in life cannot be rushed. It's not that you're doing it wrong, it's that certain things need time to grow. Like planting a seed. You can't dig it up every day just to see if it has sprouted. Yet, many people dig up their dreams week after week, month after month, only to conclude that nothing is happening, and give up just as something begins to take shape. In the next part, we will talk about a force that most people underestimate, a force that is neither loud nor glamorous, but it marks the difference between those who reach the end and those who stop halfway. Part 2. The quiet strength that determines who reaches the finish line. The power we're talking about is not talent, and it's not motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you feel energized and unstoppable, while other days you barely want to get out of bed. If success depended solely on motivation, no one would ever get far. True power lies in the ability to keep moving forward, even when inspiration is gone, excitement is gone, and there's no one around to cheer you on. Most people quit not because they have failed too many times, but because they do not see results soon enough. They work on something for a few weeks, sometimes a few months, and then look around and ask themselves, why am I even doing this? There's no praise, no clear sign, no tangible proof that they are making progress. And it is that quiet void that makes them lose heart. Yet those who reach the finish line understand something different. They know that the silent phase is not a sign of failure, but an essential part of the process. It is the time when you are laying the foundation, even though no one can see it. It is the time when habits are formed, skills are honed, and your inner self is transformed bit by bit. This strength is quiet. It does not make you feel powerful immediately, but over time, it creates an enormous gap between you and those who gave up. Sadly, Most people don't lose because they lack it. They lose because they haven't been patient enough for it to take effect. In the next part, we will explore why today's world makes this kind of strength rarer than ever, and how you can avoid being swept away by the pace of life that causes so many people to stop halfway. Part 3. From Failure to Small Wins. The world does not hand anyone things on a silver platter. You are never told in advance when you will take a step closer to your dream. It doesn't work like that. Instead, you must find opportunities yourself. Pick yourself up after every fall and remind yourself that you haven't failed. You just haven't reached the point of success yet. Imagine a young man standing in front of brightly lit office buildings every night, holding a simple, low-paying job that no one notices. Yet inside, he carries a big dream. He observes, he learns, he writes down every tiny detail, every small habit that successful people do each day. Every night, instead of giving up, he adds a little knowledge, a little skill, and a little determination. Success doesn't come from a single leap. It comes from thousands of small steps that nobody sees. One line of code rewritten, one bug fixed, one new piece of knowledge remembered. Each effort is like a grain of sand dropped into a bucket, seemingly meaningless, but over time, the grains pile up into a mountain. And one day, you will realize that you are standing on that mountain of sand, a place you once only dreamed of reaching. Those who reach the end have all felt abandoned, underestimated, and doubted. They've heard words like, "You're not good enough," "You don't have the right degree," "You don't have money or connections," and they face two choices: believe what others say or believe in themselves. Only those who choose to trust themselves can walk through the silence and turn it into a stepping stone. In the next part, we will discover the true turning point, when quiet efforts start showing tangible results, and how an ordinary person can step out of the shadows to reach their dreams. Part 4. The Turning Point and the First Victory. Then one day, that young man realized that all the silent work he had been doing was not in vain. A small opportunity appeared. A chance for an internship that no one thought he was capable of landing. No degree, no experience, just a dream and an unbreakable determination. On that day, he didn't wear a fancy suit. He had a simple shirt and worn-out shoes, but inside him burned a raging fire. He told the interviewer about all the nights he had stayed up learning to code, about the times he had watched from outside the building, which others called unreachable. He told the truth, no embellishments, no exaggerations. And a miracle happened. The interviewer listened. They didn't just see the truth. They saw the determination. They realized he wasn't just someone who wanted success. He was someone ready to pay the price for it. And the result? He was accepted for the internship, unpaid, but it was the first time he stepped into the world he had only dreamed of. For the first time, he sat at a desk, touched a computer, opened applications he had only seen through the glass. For the first time, he wasn't a spectator, he was a participant. And that feeling, though small, was powerful enough to change the way he viewed the world entirely. He realized that every quiet effort, every sleepless night, every mocking laugh, every lonely moment had led to this very moment, the moment when dreams begin to come true. But the story doesn't stop there. True success is not about walking through one door. It's about continuing to walk through many doors, never stopping learning, never stopping challenging yourself, and never forgetting the fire that made you start in the first place. Part 5. From Small Steps to Big Dreams. After his first victory, the young man did not stop. He knew that stepping into one opportunity was just the beginning. The world would not automatically recognize his effort. Every day, he continued learning, continued challenging himself, and worked harder than he had yesterday. Past mistakes became lessons. Criticism became fuel. Step by step, he began to build his place in the tech industry he had once only dared to dream about. Soon, the internship turned into a paid position. Not much at first, but it was clear proof that quiet effort is never wasted. Every paycheck wasn't just money, it was living evidence. The sleepless nights, the lonely days, the rejections, all led to this result. He used that money to care for his family, bringing joy and peace to those who had sacrificed for him. And from small steps, from seemingly tiny victories, he moved toward bigger successes. He became a confident software engineer, writing code that impacted millions, leading teams, mentoring interns just like he had been. From the boy who once stood outside looking in, he now walked confidently through a world he had only dreamed of. His story isn't about wealth or proving others wrong. It is proof of the power of persistence, self-belief, and unwavering determination. Like Neil Armstrong, who was told space travel was impossible, yet walked on the moon. Like Einstein, who couldn't speak fluently until age 4, but changed the course of physics. Like Edison, who failed thousands of times to invent the light bulb. These great figures prove one thing: nothing is impossible if you don't give up. And now, as you listen to this story, remember this: the world will not hand you a straight path. It will challenge you, ignore you, even mock you. But a resilient mind, a heart that never stops, and a determined soul will turn every obstacle into a stepping stone. Believe in yourself. Show up every day, even when alone. Work, even when no one sees. And one day, just like the young man in this story, you will not only stand outside watching your dreams, you will step right into them, living with the unwavering belief that nothing is impossible. Before this story ends, take a moment. If these words reached you, it's not by chance. You're not here just to pass time. You're here to change the way you think. English Stories for Listening exists for people like you. Not to distract you, not to impress you, but to help you grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient with every story. Nothing is impossible. Now, step forward and make it real.